excited to be foam rolling. I decided we're going to focus on the back today. So how to foam roll through the low back, which is upper hips as well. So we're going to hit the low back, mid back, right up along your spine, and then also into the lats and traps. So I hope you guys are ready to open up and stretch your back a little bit, because that is where we're headed. I'm using my big roller today, but any roller that you have would be just fine. But again, listen to your body. So if you have a hard one and it's too much, if you have a super tender spot in your back, it'd be best to maybe do something a little bit softer. And then the same goes, if you have a big roller and you're not feeling it, maybe something harder is going to work better for you. So that being said, grab your rollers and let's do this. So starting with the low back, I'm going to turn sideways so you guys can see me. And I'm just going to start with the roller right at the top of my glutes. So I'm kind of high and I'm rolling right along my sacrum, which feels really good today. If you want to shift to one side, that's definitely deeper. I'm going to shift to the other side. Wow, I totally feel that on both sides. And it's kind of like the piriformis, but without that rotation of the hip. So we can definitely feel that. Now, as we keep rolling, you're going to just slowly start to roll up your spine. So I go lower down onto my elbow. And I'm just off to one side of my spine. I'm not directly on my spine. And I'm just going to shift. Oh, right there. Okay, so just like always, whenever you're doing foam rolling, stop and hold when it hurts. When you feel it, that's what needs to stretch. Breathe into it. Stay on it. I feel that. I bet I'm going to feel it the same on the other side too. So we're going to take a few minutes and just find your spot. If it was down more in the glutes, if it's a little bit higher on your back, that's fine. I want you to find that spot and roll it. Let's breathe. So I'm going to switch to my other side. Ow. It's definitely the same on both sides for me today. And remember, that's a good thing. You want to have the soreness be bilateral so that you know that each side is doing its job correctly. You don't have one side way compensating for the other. Ow. Yep, there it is. Those low back muscles, they're so good. Okay, so now I'm going to come center on my roller, and I'm going to just shift. And if you need to, you can use your hands to support your head, but I'm just going to roll right up my spine. And I'm rolling right up, so I'm going to move this just a little bit. So rolling right up my spine. Oh, that feels so good. It's like a mini self-adjustment. And then roll back down. Rolling up and back. And then again, I'm going to shift to one side, starting low again. I can feel that. It's better. So now I'm going to start rolling higher, moving up my back. And then I'm going to switch sides, making sure they're both evenly stretched. Okay, now coming back to that first side, as we get higher in the back, so we're actually rolling our lats here. If you start low, just off to the side of your spine, you lengthen that bottom arm out, and now you can hit the lats all the way up through the armpit. If you've never rolled your lats before, this can be a little intense. So be careful, listen to your body. If it's too much, maybe ease off it a little bit or switch back and forth more. But right there, wow. Those pull-up muscles, ouch, I feel that. So again, if you can relax your hand, which hurts more because you have the full weight of your arm on the roller, that's better to keep it relaxed. Okay, now I was back a little bit. And I just shifted my upper body forward. That is so tight. So you're looking for those spots, those super hot spots, or those ones that you know you need to stretch. Oh. Just that little bit coming forward. And you can keep rolling, so you can keep going down the arm. And here you can play with your hand. If you turn it up or you turn it down, that can change a little bit what you stretch. So hitting your lats. Again, we're going to do this side one more time. You're going to take that roller just above the hips. Scooch back up. And I'm just off to one side of my spine. And here we go, all the way up. Lengthen that arm out. Keep those abs in. And just move. Oh, wow. Until you find it. It's so much better that second time. Slightly different spots maybe. That's normal, that's good, that's what you want. And I'm going to shift forward again. Ow. That still is the same sore spot. Okay, you ready to do the other side? Ready as we'll ever be. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna switch so I can still see you guys. Starting at the low back. Here we go. We're gonna just roll. Yep, there it is. So lengthening that arm out. This way. And rolling all the way up into the armpit. There it is. And all of our hot spots might be different. So just listen to your body. If you feel like you need to move a little bit more back, move back. That's okay. Again, for me, I'm going to shift forward just a little bit. Right there. That's it. Hurts so good. Just stay here and breathe. Ow. Oh, man. I can feel it's the exact same spot. Just that little shift forward really hits it. Ow. Okay, we're going to do this twice. We're going to do it twice on the other side. We have to do it twice on this side. So again, taking that roller to your low back. We're going to start all the way up. Here we go. Leaning back, lengthen that arm out. Oh, lats. So good. And then if you need to lean forward or lean back a little bit, again, trying to relax that arm as much as you can. And you can roll even up more into the arm, a little bit past the armpit if you need to. Okay, we're going to focus on the muscles right between your shoulder blades. So getting that roller, start just below the scapula, so right below those shoulder blades. If your neck gets tired, you can put your hands behind your head, that's okay. And then you just roll. Find where your shoulder blades are, and then we're just gonna shift side to side. And I'm slowly moving up my back. So I'm getting higher and higher. Oh, there we go. And now I have my hips down on the floor, but I'm still shifting side to side. And now with both hands behind your head, I want you to just slowly start to stretch over the roller. So that big hyperextension over, helping us get that mobility and that range of motion backwards. So much of our life is forward that we need to do the opposite to bring that balance back into it. I do this, I can even still feel my scapula on the roller where it's hitting. It's so good. Okay, coming back down. We're now going to take the roller under the hips. So you're going to be flat on your back. Lift your hips up in the air and slide that roller right underneath your glutes. There go the glasses. Okay, from here, we're just going to shift side to side. So again, just like we did sitting, side to side. Oh, I just had a whole bunch of pops. So when you find, and what we're doing as we shift side to side is we're trying to find hot spots. We're looking for those sore spots. So when you find one, stay there. Hold, breathe. If you don't find one that's super hot, keep moving. Keep shifting side to side. Keep breathing. And I'm just slowly inching my way along the roller, so I'm getting more into my low back, less glutes. But now right here, I'm going to cross ankle on the knee, bring those knees up, and shift to that side. And that is sore. That I feel in that piriformis, those glutes. But a lot of times if the piriformis is super, super tight, it can make the pelvis pull out of alignment, and then it affects your back. So if we can stretch out, switch legs, if we can stretch out that piriformis, it can help relieve back pain just by loosening up the hips. So this is a safe way to stretch it without having any pressure in your back, your upper back. Okay, now we're going to keep shifting. My legs are in the air now, so I have more weight pushing onto the roller, side to side, slowly inching, and there's a spot, that right there I can feel pushing into the, right where my hip and my back come together. And I'm going to switch sides, see if I can find the same spot on the other side. There it is. Oh man. I need this. Wow. Okay, now pulling your knees in a little bit more. We're going to continue to just rock side to side. And we're just slowly getting the roller off of the glutes and now more into your low back. That's it. Oh, right there. See that just right at the top of the pelvis? I can feel that, just that pressure feels so good. Like opens up those vertebrae right there. So when you find those good spots, just stay there, breathe into it, enjoy that release, that feel good pressure release. If it ever zings or is sharp or too painful, then don't do it, come off of it. But if you find that feel good release, definitely linger on that. Okay, so now we're going to bring the feet down. I'm going to wiggle back up a little bit. And I want to do some leg stretches here. So again, I have the roller at my low back, and I'm going to straighten one leg up in the air. So kick that leg up. I need your knee to be straight. Once it's straight, then you can deepen your stretch. But if your knee is still bent and you're pulling it in, take it back down until it can be locked, and then straighten it up. Breathe into it. All right, I'm going to switch legs. One foot down, the other leg goes up. Knee goes straight, and then pull that back. Oh, lock that out. It's hard. It wants to bend today. Okay, again, bring the knees up, rock side to side. Okay, now the good part is when we come off the roller. So you're going to slide the roller out from under your back, and I just want you to lie flat. And I want you to feel the openness, that hollowness underneath your low back right now, or the blood flow going to those muscles. Just stay here for a minute and let it be. And then we're gonna go and work on upper back and traps for a minute. Okay, now taking that roller out from under your legs, we're gonna take it behind the head now. So from here, we're stretching where your traps attach at the base of your skull. The first thing I want you to do is drop your shoulders. So lengthen the shoulders down. If they're up here, drop them down. And that's gonna automatically deepen your stretch. And you're gonna rock your head from ear to ear, holding when you find a hot spot. Now sometimes you may not feel it in the neck, the back of the neck, but you might have a jaw something going on. You can roll all the way over. And then I really feel that stretch. Oh, I need that one today. So you can keep going. And again, listen to your body. If something is way too intense, don't do it. Ease off of it and maybe work into going deeper into that muscle. And remember to always breathe. Yeah, I need that. But it's just another way to hit the trap by rolling onto your side and hitting that more lateral instead of just the back of your neck. Okay, I'm going to switch to the other side. So this side doesn't feel quite as sore, but I'm going to take it all the way over and see if I can find anything sore. Yeah, so right there, that's interesting. It's different. My sides and my neck, the sides of my neck are definitely different. My one side's way tighter than the other. The other thing too that's good with the roller is if you have a vertebrae it likes to shift out of alignment a lot and the muscles are used to going that way, by foam rolling each side, you can help retrain it to stretch so that it knows that it's supposed to stay in that spot. So this is a good, safe way to help reprogram and retrain those muscles. Ouch. To help when you go back in and get an adjustment, that the bones stay where they're supposed to instead of slipping back out as easily. Yeah, right there. Okay, now we're going to take the roller a little bit higher, so we're just getting a little bit more flexion in our chin here. And we're just going to push your head against the roller. And I can feel, it's just like all that connective tissue. It feels so good. This little mini massage. Okay, now we're going to lift up and lie flat and let your neck relax. Let the blood flow to that area. I feel like I'm longer. I feel like I've just had my head pulled and I feel taller just lying flat on my back. And that's what we want. The next step we're going to do is we're going to go lengthwise on the roller, which again is good to have a big roller. It can be done with the smaller one, but it's much more comfortable on the big one. So just give this another second. Okay, grab those rollers. Here we go. Lengthwise. So you want your butt at one end and your head up at the other. So you want your whole body, and watch, it will roll your hair if you have long hair. It can get caught. Roll the hair up in it. Oh. Okay, arms go out to the side, big chest stretch, and then bring them up to the ceiling. Take it out to the side, open the chest, and then back up. Exhale as you go down. That's the deeper part of your stretch. Now you're going to scissor the arms, one overhead, one to your hip. Now that goalpost stretch, so your arms go out to the side, your elbows are at shoulder height, and ultimately you're trying to get your hands on your arms on the floor. But if you're tight in those pecs, you may be a few inches off the floor. That's okay. Just breathe into that, hold that stretch. And it's just the roller pressing into your upper back that helps release those traps in the muscles along your spine. So this is a really good way to end the back stretches. Makes everything along the back side of your spine feel awesome. Okay, arms go up. This is the shoulder slaps. You're going to pull your shoulders away from the floor and then you just drop. So just relax. I don't want a controlled drop. You see that difference where I control it down? I just want gravity to hit. And when you're tight there and you're sore there, this one is so good, so effective. It's just those muscles hitting your roller in such a good, painful way. One more. Bring the hands down. And we're going to slide up now so that the base of your head is at the edge of the roller. And we're going to rock your head from side to side. Just opens everything up. It feels so good. And then again, I'm going to have you slide off the roller, relax flat on your back on the floor, and give it a chance to recover. The best part right here, that hollow feeling behind your spine. That's awesome. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me on Stretching Our Backs today. I feel taller already. I needed that. And until next time, enjoy your rollers.